You will have 30 seconds to find someone close to you. Don't stand up. Find someone close to you who you don't know and give a quick high five, a double high five, and the compliments. The timer starts now. Compliments? Huh? Perfect. That's amazing. Thank you for that. All right. So I'm going to share a little story with you guys. When I first moved to Berlin about 3 years ago, I spent, well, apart from spending a lot of time looking for a room, I started a project called Breaking Berlin. It was a group on Meetup. And I was on the quest to find people. Well, yeah, it wasn't a project about, we were not Breaking Bad fans, or we did not go around the city breaking things. I wanted to find people who were interested in breaking routine, in breaking out of their comfort zone. I was interested in meeting people who thrived on having these unusual, interesting, and scary experiences. So I did. And the first meetup, we were about 25 people. And what we did is that we went into the U-Bahn, and we wanted to spread laughter and joy, and we wanted to have fun. I was inspired by a viral video that I had seen a few months before, where I saw a bunch of people laughing uncontrollably in the U-Bahn, and I was like, I want to do that. So we got together. We were about 20, 25 people. You have to trust me, there was more people, I promise. We did a few laughing exercises. There's no audio on purpose. It's fine. Imagination. And we went into the U-Bahn. And the idea was, So one by one, we went in as if we didn't know each other, as strangers, as small groups of friends or individuals. People would, read magazines, just do their normal business. Nobody knew that anything was going on. And what would happen is that one person, previously selected, would start laughing gently. And this would immediately trigger the other people, which are part of our group, to slowly but surely also start laughing. And the idea was to create a laughing chain, right? A contagious laughter. And eventually the whole train was bursting into laughter. And this is kind of a little bit how it looked like. It was very difficult to film and laugh at the same time. And just, it was, we needed to make sure that people thought it was an actual thing happening rather than like these people who, like a flash mob. I'm not a big fan of that. And what we discovered is that actually a bunch of people started laughing with us, a bunch of people who weren't part of the project. And some other people gave us really bad faces, but that's what I learned about Berlin the hard way. And a few weeks after that, we decided to go dance walking all around the city. So we put on our headphones, we played our favorite music individually, and we went dancing around the streets of Berlin. And this time we were about 20, 25 people, even though there's only 2 here. And even a few families joined us. And what was incredible actually is that we ended up in Alexanderplatz, and just strangers just joined us out of the blue. And there was not even a sign, they just joined us. And it was so magical, it was so beautiful. It was scary at the beginning, but 10 minutes later, we did not want to stop. In fact, it lasted 3 hours. It was insane. We finished in Alexanderplatz, as I said, and we started an intergalactic dance portal, and this was a little bit of it. There was a lot more people again. You'll have to trust me on that. And a few months after that, we did something that I actually have never shared publicly because I was a little bit scared and paranoid. We organized the Berlin edition for the International Pillow Fight Day at the Brandenburger Tor. And there was little organization because, you don't really have to do a lot, but you do have to put a little bit of effort, and the sort of responsibility kind of falls a little bit on you. That's why I kind of hid myself. And the event went semi-viral. It reached about 12,000 people on Facebook. 12,000 people did not show up. We were about 300, which is equally fine. And it reached all sorts of people, including the police. And this was the message that they posted on our wall. They wanted us to keep the police fight in the safety of our rooms and not in public. Seriously, this event is not allowed. And they even said that they can pass on fees to every single participant, which did not happen. This, of course, scared some people, but it also brought some people. This guy, so what he's saying is that, and I got like 50 likes. So, needless to say, it was a beautiful spring day. We were about 300 adults playing in the most purest form, and it was magic. Funny enough, I think there were like more policemen than like people there. I don't know what they thought we were gonna do. It's a pillow fight. And the reason I'm telling you these stories is because I truly believe that happiness is related to the amount of experiences that we have instead of the amount of things that we own. And especially those experiences that actually push you outside of your comfort zone, that make you break your routine, that scare you and excite you at the same time. I think those are truly the best kind of experiences. And it's not only me who believes this. Scientists, neuroscientists, psychologists, and organizations such as the American Psychological Association and Cambridge University, they've all concluded with their studies that indeed experiences bring more happiness than material things. And we're living in a super exciting time because now, more than ever, companies are starting to realize that they can't really survive on just offering boring old goods and services. They're stepping up their game. This is, for example, it's a place called Nike Town. It's a lot more than a Nike store. It's in New York, and you can see it's the whole experience of going to buy a shoe is elevated by 100 or by 50. It's the Disneyland for sneakers. And it's a very exciting time. So we've gone from this agrarian economy, which is based on commodities, to a industrial economy, which is based on goods, to a service economy. And what's happening now is that services and goods are becoming commoditized. Sometimes the only difference between them is really price. So what comes next? What comes next? The experience economy. That's what comes next. And the experience economy is a term coined by Pine and Gilmore in 1999. So it actually does go back about 20 years. But it's relevant now more than ever before. Let's take the example of a coffee. You have the coffee bean, the raw coffee bean, which is a commodity that evolves to a good, which is the coffee bean sold in the store. That's going to cost you the packaged coffee sold in the store. That's going to cost you about 20 cents. Then the service, maybe your local bar or kiosk, that's going to cost you about €1 for a coffee. And then you have Starbucks, which is it's going to cost you €6 for a coffee, but they give you Wi-Fi and they give you comfortable couches and they know your name and they smile at you and they misspell your name, but that's all part of the experience. So we're seeing now more and more and more of that. Like it's a fascinating time to be in the service industry, to step up your game. And what's even more exciting is that people are spending more money on experiences. So this is an analysis done by McKinsey. They studied 4 years, 2 years, 2014 to 2016. They saw a 6.3 increase on year-on-year growth on experiences-related services. And who's leading the cause? Millennials. This is a generation that's spending more money on experiences than any other generation, which is amazing. I'm a millennial, so I am directly responsible. Raise your hand if you agree. Are you, anyone? Okay, nice. There was a study done by Eventbrite, which is like the biggest ticketing system in the world online, and hundreds of millennials took part, and they concluded that 78% of millennials would rather spend their money on experiences rather than things, and that's amazing. It's incredible. And there was a study actually done by Cornell University, and they even came to the conclusion that the anticipation of an experience already brings more happiness than the anticipation of a product. Even waiting in line for a concert is, well, infinitely is more exciting than waiting in line for an iPhone, for example. So tonight, when we all try to get into Berghain and wait 2 hours, we're gonna have a great time in the line. It doesn't matter if we don't get in, it's totally fine. So, and we're living in a time now where we're really, these companies who are focusing on creating experiences are growing and growing and growing. And it's not just goods and services who are becoming experiences. No, we're talking about companies whose sole focus is to create experiences. And the best example for this is our escape rooms. In 2014, there were 24 escape rooms in the US. Now there are 2,400 escape rooms. It's an insane growth, and this is an amazing example to show you how people want experiences. People want things that can have the chance to transform them. People want to have fun. People want to spend less time and money on things and more time and money on experiences. And experiences, they really come in all shapes and sizes. At the beginning, I told you a bunch of colorful experiences and kind of out of the ordinary stories, but, taking a walk through a park that you've never been to is an experience. It's a beautiful one. Going to concerts, learning a new skill, learning how to break dance. There's small, relatively small things that you can find very, very easily. And I always encourage people to do more and to do more of these things, because you'll realize that the more you do, the more you do, the happier you become in general. And then you have the extraordinary experiences, again, the companies whose sole focus is to design memorable events. For example, this one. This is a castle in Poland. It's a live action role-playing game where you become a wizard for 3 days. And it's insane. You're not yourself for 3 days, you're just someone else. You're a wizard learning various magic crafts. And this is, I don't know if you've heard of the term, it's called LARP. There's a bunch of LARPs around Europe. Try it, it's a lot of fun. I did this last year and it was insane. Or this project that I'm currently involved in, for example. We take strangers, we get them together and send them away on secret destinations where they have to complete a series of challenges and really get out of their comfort zone. Or this one. This is it's a VR escape room. It's extremely exciting because we live in a time now where more and more of these companies are starting to appear. So the same success the escape room had, it can easily be replicated to who knows. I think in 5, 10, 15 years we'll be flooded with experiences, and it's not going to be about who has the better price. It's just going to be about who can offer the better experience. So businesses have so much potential to innovate in this sector because it's only just getting started. And we were talking about money and experiences, but it's not really about how you spend your money. It's actually how you spend your time. Because there are so many things you can do that cost very little, but that have such a high reward. And just think about it whenever next time you buy something or spend your time watching Netflix. I strongly encourage everyone, I strongly encourage everyone to seek out those experiences that scare you, the ones that make you feel uncomfortable, the ones that make you want to curl into bed, like this dog here. He's super comfortable, but he's not happy. And only then, I think, you'll realize how fun life can be. And actually, before we finish, I don't know how much time we have. Oh, that's being filmed? Anyways, I have a little challenge for you guys. I want you all next week to seek something, to seek an experience that either scares you or that you've never really done because you've become too lazy or because it's too cold outside or because you have to wake up early the next morning. Just do it. I honestly challenge all of you to do it. And we're going to get the ball rolling by actually throwing a ball. This is the experience ball. And if you catch it, I'm going to close my eyes and throw it to someone. Hopefully it does not land on an empty seat. If you catch it, you are legally obliged to take part in this experiment. And once you finish, it can be anything. It can literally be a walk through a park or a dance class that costs like €5. Something small. Start small. And once you finish, you have to pass it on to someone else. It can be a stranger or a friend. It's obviously not going to be here. It's probably going to be once you get back home in your circle of friends. So you guys ready? Huh? All right. Okay, let's close my eyes. Oh, wait, okay, there's a lot of empty seats there. Okay, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Good catch. Nice. All right, guys. I don't believe in coincidence, by the way. So if it landed on you, it's for a reason. Okay? So that's pretty much wrapping it up, guys. Go spend your time and your money on experiences that can actually change your life. And next time you're buying that jacket or that iPhone, think about everything else you can do. Thank you so much. Yeah.